Dun dun dun.
Yeah, well, I guess with that, welcome to another edition of Giant Slayer. When our intrepid adventurers were last together, they had ventured into the Ghostlight Marsh and had run across a rather interesting individual who called them greenskins, even though only two of them are, and attacked them viciously. Ingrahild Nargrimkin is the dwarf woman that they found and realized that she had gone insane for some reason and has been working to. They cured her of her curse. Ironically, she was carrying a removed curse, a bottle of removed curse.
Yeah, that's like the definition.
Yeah. So they were able to remove her insanity from her, and she sleeps. Well, that evening, as our characters were recuperating, some of the Klaus and Thrask received an interesting note. They received an interesting message via sending, informing them that their Hell Knight trial, shall be in the morning. With this information, they sell some of the gear that is in the group loot, and via basically a teleportation hole that they receive, and are able to sell just a few things to get some things in return that would help with their trials. And so we awake the next morning, knowing that the trials are today. And as you guys wake up, and drag you to the correct map here.
You guys did do something yesterday.
As you guys wake up, this figure stands near the bridge. Full plate armor, tower shield, and a halberd strapped to his back. And he just kind of is standing there.
I've seen this in a movie. There's many variations.
This is a strange person. Does anybody recognize him?
Me and Thrask approach him and begin talking.
As you guys approach the man, the man starts to speak in kind of a tinny voice. Armorage Thrask, Armorage Klaus, your trials are today. My name is Paravikar Asamar, and I will be overseeing your trials. I am the head of the signifiers of the Order of the Nail. You will have 1 hour to prepare.
Very well.
Wait, what trials are you? We're on a. What are you doing? What trials?
It has been my brother and I's life goal to become Hell Knights. And before partaking in this journey that you have met us on, we were told we needed more training and more time, but that the Hell Knights would contact us at the right point, and it appears that time has come now.
Oh well, good luck. Maybe you two look a little shabby.
Aga, Thrask, and well, they're actually fully. They should be at full hit points.
Oh, okay.
You guys can reset yourself to full hit points. Right, everybody can. Looks like you guys are down a little bit after the fight last week. So, yeah, you guys can go full hit points. You would have used all the healing and stuff afterwards. So, Thrask and Klaus and Aga, I guess. Kind of, Klaus goes up to Aga and starts talking with her. Parvikar steps forward and says, "To the rest of you, you need to know the rules as much as the brothers do. They already know. During the trial, you are not to interfere in any way. If you step inside the circle, you will be arrested. The trial will be a failure. The armorage will be arrested, and most likely both of you will be put to death by the order of the nail. There shall be no interference. There will be interference means you shall not enter the ring. You shall not throw or fire projectiles into the ring, and you shall not cast any spells into the ring. There will be no aiding of the armorage during the trial. Before the ceremony begins, any spells that you wish to cast on an armorage can be cast. But bear in mind, their duration probably will not last." And so as he's talking, you're getting the idea that this is a pretty serious event, and you will not be able to interfere whatsoever. You can roll sense motives, but he's deadly serious. You'll both be arrested, and he's pretty confident that he'll arrest both of you if you help in armorage, Thrask or Klaus. And you also get the idea that he was deadly serious that you would be put to death if you aided one of the armorages.
Go on with your test, with your ordeal. I'm not willing to lose my head over a couple of men.
And so, Klaus, or not Klaus, Karak, you also, you kind of, you get the same sense that he's deadly serious. And so that day, after an hour goes by, spells are prepped and whatnot, prayers are said, you're made right with Pharasma. You guys, Parvikar leads the group off. He says, any who wish to witness the trials may come. You will hear of the glorious history of the Order of the Nail of Hell Knights, as well as witness a spectacle that few do. And so you're all welcome to join. Ingrahild, having woken up at this point, thanks. Thank you all for saving my life. I really appreciate that. I'll accompany. I'd like to see what this trial of the Order of the Nail is all about, and see what these Hell Knights are about. I've heard lots about them, of course, but not seen a trial. I heard they're quite the spectacle.
So sorry.
So she's going to accompany the group, the armorages. Does anybody not want to go?
I will stay here, protect the camp, and meditate.
Yeah, suit yourself. This ought to be entertaining.
Take this brief moment of brevity and silence to, reflect and contact my ancestors for further guidance.
Okie dokie. So you spend the trials typically last. They're going to pull away a short distance away from the camp, into the swamp. Location's already been determined by Parvikar. So they're going to pull away, and you will stay at the camp and and enjoy that. So here's what's going to happen next. I am going to narrate for y'all what happens, but Juice, will you create another sub-channel here on your server?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. You can call it private if you want to. it'll be helpful for if I need to have like side conversations with any of the players or anything like that. We can pull aside. And so,
All right, should be there already.
great. Oh, yep, there it is. So, if you are coming to the trial, you can come with me into the private chat. If not, just stay here. What I'm going to do is just narrate that trial and what happens there. Briefly, we've already played through the trial. If you want, there's another video on the YouTube channel here. I think it's titled something along the lines of Hell Knight Trials. And you can watch that as we roleplay the whole thing out. But I thought we would save the players and viewers a bit of time here and not have that in session. And so you can join me in the private chat room now if you desire.
Okay.
Great. Chris will be coming, but yeah, there you go. Excellent. So welcome. So as you guys arrive, you arrive at the trial, and I'll even move the screen so Adam gets a few minutes of respite here. And so this is where you guys have found yourself, and in the video you'll see Correct's character here. I assumed everybody would actually come. And so the circle, you can see the circle by AoE that's there, especially if you zoom out a little bit. You'll see the AoE. And basically, Padvakar goes through this big speech. His token isn't on the map, apparently. And so he goes through this large speech about the history of the Hell Knights. Just before that, and you can listen to that in the... there he is. You can listen to that elsewhere on the other one. But he goes through this long speech, and just before that, Aga casts a spell on Klaus. As the battle begins, Klaus steps into the ring, and the battle begins. The creature is summoned, and immediately the strange and terrible beast, which I'll at least show everybody what that looks like briefly. Oh, this helps if I spell it correctly and give you the right one. So this strange beast immediately manifests and with its glaive in hand charges straight at Klaus before he could react whatsoever. He's struck by the beast on the charge and goes to cast the spell. He's able to make himself invisible using a wand that you guys have that he's gotten from actually the group loot. And so he casts and makes himself invisible, but the creature's onslaught is too much, and he's struck again, even while invisible, barely managing to back up and cast Fly on himself. The next round, the creature comes in again and strikes him yet a third time, I believe. And the one thing that you guys can't see, you just see blood splattering, and you hear Klaus, because he's invisible, you hear Klaus crying out in pain. You see Aga as well, suffering pain in the midst of this battle, as if some of Klaus's pain is being transferred onto Aga. Immediately you see the devil look up in the air, sensing that Klaus has flown up into the air. The next couple of rounds you see the devil just walking back and forth on the ground and staring at a particular spot up in the sky, and looking slightly around that area as if he knows something is there, though he can't see it. Suddenly, from the sky, Klaus appears right next to the devil as he swings coming in and tries to attack with his quarterstaff. This attack does not seem to work. But after a few quick reactions, Klaus manages to land a hit on the devil, who just chuckles about the whole thing. The devil lands another hit on Klaus, again bringing him, and you guys are looking on, and he's not looking very hot. He is bleeding profusely from several grievous looking wounds, and blood is pouring out. He's beginning to whiten in the face. Aga looks incredibly nervous, and he flies back, launching, and as he gets to the height of the apex of his height, he starts to launch missiles out of his hand that begin to just slam and pelt and hammer the devil, who jumps off a log, swings through the air, and strikes Klaus mid-air. He repeats this several times while being barraged by all of these different missiles. Suddenly, Klaus seems a little worried, and he holds his quarterstaff again and charges in. The devil looks pretty bad at this point. After 2 acid rays slam into him, and he just chuckles at those. Klaus flies in, hoping to get a kill. The devil strikes him, nearly killing Klaus, and Klaus strikes back with the quarterstaff, killing the devil. That story, you'll if you watch the video, you will see the play-by-play and how close Klaus actually came to death. Aga takes a knee shortly after the combat is over, and this combat took a pretty grievous toll on her as well. Next, Armorage Thrask walks into the ring. The devil is summoned and charges just like before, yet this time does not land a blow on the charge. However, Thrask responds in kind by activating his armor, growing righteous might being cast on him and growing to large size. The devil, not daunted by this, strikes out and lands a blow on Thrask. Again, these grievous wounds start to bleed, and Thrask swings back. There's a few quick exchanges of blows, mere seconds, and the devil is dead. This battle a far cry from the one that had Klaus in it. Both of the Armorages step out of the ring. Their trial's a success, and they are able to purchase their set of Hell Knight plate, which both of them do. And that is the end of the trials. It's a pretty tense moment. Neither of you... Yep. So Aga does not get involved in the other trial, and Vasily, you stand by in total awe of the spectacle. The might of Thrask, as well as the desperation that Klaus has put in, brings feelings of battle kind of back to your mind, and of camaraderie back to your mind a little bit. And it evokes some emotions in you that you can sort out. But seeing Aga's sacrifice for Klaus to help him win, and then Thrask's just straight up battle prowess, and then Aga through this, you get the sense of that you just realize the you kind of realize that you have been gifted great powers from your goddess, and yet she desires that you use them for mercy, not for selfish gain, as the powers have been using. And you get this sense of kind of sacrifice comes into you, and that that you want to be more of a support to your allies. And for the audience, Aga, played by Seeps here, the two of us have already had a conversation, and that's the direction that he wanted his character to go in. So, I'm not just dictating dictating character stuff.
You will do this.
Yeah. Vasily, you decide to take a level of cleric and become a holy man.
Oh dear.
So, I'm just kidding. All right, so we'll hop back down to the D&D test as Potivikar, back down to the other channel. As Potivikar congratulates both the armorages and charges them to retake Red Lake Fort from the evil barbaric orcs and giants. That they need to retake civilization and exterminate the horde in that process. And so with that, he teleports away, and you guys head back to the campsite. And there you go. So we can head back to the other server now.
Oh, you're back
Yeah.
from your trials.
We're back.
Man.
It's about midday by the time they get back. Klaus and Thrask look beat to tar. Mostly Klaus.
Mostly me. I now have gaping wounds too.
Yep.
Well, you're both alive. I suppose that's a start.
That was quite a spectacle. I'm surprised you and the robes are surprised you made it. But proved your worth. Very good.
Thanks, I suppose.
Well, to survive something like that, you've got to have some grit. And a man with grit is respectable in my book.
Well, I'm just thankful I passed. We've been training quite some time.
You guys get the sense that even though it puts you behind, you should collect your bearings because both Thrask is probably fine to head out today, but these wounds that Klaus has been delivered need tending to, and he would tell you, he would be the first to tell you that he has virtually no he'd be useless in a fight at this point.
Yep, 100%.
I think we all should get some rest after that.
Plus, we're slightly ahead of schedule for the boat waiting for us, so we can spend one more day.
I'd also like to talk to Ingrahild a little bit about what she knows.
We must find the Wisp, and hopefully she knows something about it.
Right, what was it that your ancestors said about the Daughter of Stone?
It's dark in my mind right now, which is code word. It is dark in my room because I have no light bulbs for my lamp.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But it said something. See if I can find it.
If not, I can pull it up. Yeah, Chris, so Divine Favor is +1 at levels 1 through 6. And then at 6, you'll have 2 variants of 3 levels, right? 1 per 3 levels. So level 1 to 6 is only +1. At 6th level, it pops to +2.
Okay, that's sad. Okay.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's really good, but then it scales like a pile of poop.
Yeah, I can see that now. I was thinking it'd be like 1 now and then 1 at level 3.
Yeah, I was thinking that originally too, back when I was...
Seems stronger.
Well, it's level 1 spell, everyone.
Yeah, that you can cast as a swift action on yourself.
Anyway,
As
so
Kurak stares into the fires, he all of a sudden has his recollection. Oh yes, I remember what my ancestors told me about the dwarf. They said something along the lines as stricken with grief, mad for relief, daughter of stone, found alone, lights of death unknown.
Lights of Death known, right?
Yes, no, sorry.
Okay.
It's foggy. I remember though. So if lights of
Ingerhild,
death and will-o-wisps, she probably knows about.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Ingerhild, now that you are okay,
Aye.
We had this kind of augury from a friend here, and
You've forgotten my name.
it's Kurak from Kurak here, and I wondered if you knew anything about the end. It seems to fit you as a daughter of stone like myself, and you were out here alone and being cursed. I think it all kind of makes sense. Maybe it is you we're looking for. Do you know anything of the will-o-wisps? We think that is the end, the evil lights, and maybe you know about them?
Well, I'm listening to that. I'm listening to that little spiel your friend Kurak, was it?
Yes.
Said. And even as you recall it, like it makes sense now that she was mad, she was insane, and you don't know what the grief part means. Yet. Don't you want to hear my whole backstory first?
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
No, that's quite okay. I just need to know about will-o-wisps.
Well, you are a half orc. I can't really blame you for that one.
I would have a taggart of ale with you if you wanted to talk. I'm sure you've been here by yourself a while.
Me and my brother and a couple of mercenaries came in here. We were looking for the tomb of our ancestor, a great giant slayer. His name, Nagrim. And we were looking for his tomb. But we ran afoul some strange creatures. I don't know what they were. The next thing I knew, I was hearing voices. And, I was hearing some voices, and the mercenaries we brought in were killed by the creatures, and me and my brother, we barely escaped, but I lost him someplace in here. I didn't know what happened to him.
From our study of you, we believe you were affected by some kind of necromantic magic that affected your...
Well, that makes sense, I suppose. They were casting some mighty powerful spells on us.
Do you think your brother might have been affected as well?
Possibly. I don't really know.
I kind of glance around at everyone else, kind of like shaking my head.
Great, so we've got another crazy dwarf around here. Oh boy.
New to the party, and he's talking like he knows me. I'll show you crazy.
I think he was talking about me. And my brother's the other one. You don't seem that crazy to us.
Now who's talking too much about somebody?
Well, as far as your wee lights are concerned, I know a place maybe if your friend here gets a little bit of rest, I can take you to him tonight.
Yes. That would be very helpful.
And basically, what I'll let you do is, if you want to take the next 8 hours and like rest, I would let that count. I would let that count as like resting, so that we can get on with it.
So we can be fully ready for our deaths.
Get on with it.
Sounds good. I'll re-prep my spells then.
That is exactly what happens.
Pew 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 pew.
Very good.
Klaus decides to prep more magic missiles, as they seem to be. He feels proud of them and their onslaught of destruction that they brought upon the enemy.
All right, you guys sit down.
While we're doing all this, you say Vasily's going to kneel down. He takes a little idol out of his pocket and starts praying while they all keep healing and stuff.
Can I do a knowledge religion on the idol he pulls out?
Maybe. Deets, why don't you whisper to me, /W.
Which one was it? It was this. Oh wait, it was this.
I didn't roll very high either.
This and this, and then
That's for a roll.
/W.
Yeah, it's / I can't freaking do it. It's /W space GM space. Yeah, like that. /W space GM. Yeah, like that. Perfect. You can text me what the idol is, and I'll tell him if he knows what it is, and I will whisper it back to him.
Can I get your number?
can have it.
Do you like trail rations?
Wow. Thank you. That is quite the armor.
So big, all the time.
She never. We forget she's medium size. That's how many enlarged person she's gonna have now.
Wait, so if she enlarges herself, is she just like 8 foot tall?
Yeah.
It's now canon. You're only 8 foot tall.
When you get hand-me-downs from your
Uh,
older brother.
Tarask, I'd like to repay you with something, though. Do you have any... It's a little too early.
Not necessarily. You could do it now.
I don't have anything to use, then.
Alright. So what's the conversation you have with Ingrahild as you're sitting around the fire while Klaus is sleeping?
Oh, we were talking about her past, and she was telling me about how she fights, and I was telling her about how I probably should step back and let others into the fray, since everyone seems to be up there, and maybe I can stand in the back and do some other active things. And then I find out that she is a...
Oh, well, I'm a ranger of sorts. I travel the woodland. It was my idea to come here. I didn't want to... My brother told me just let it lie. But I couldn't stand the thought of our ancestors' weapons just lying out here in this place. So I don't think we're in the right location, to be perfectly honest. I might have gotten my legends crossed. So Yes, I'm a ranger. I can do many fighting styles. It's one I regrettably used my two-weapon fighting style against you yesterday. But I'm also quite adept at using the bow and arrow.
Yes, I've back when I was in the war, we had to change up how we fought depending on the circumstances, and the circumstance that I have with the group that I'm with tends to lean towards a lot of people up front, which leaves our flank vulnerable. Perhaps you could show me some of your archery techniques.
Oh, hey! Yeah, I could show you those things. Do you want to start now?
I think since we have some time, maybe now would be okay. I don't want to delay us from the will-o-wisps.
Great. Well, let's see you hit that thing over there. And she points at a tree on the far side of the river. She hands you her longbow and things. Nice. That is a successful attack roll. Oh, good job. Of course, there's always room for a little bit of improvement, but that's a fine attack, that is. And she gives you some pointers and stuff like that as the day goes on. You're able to like hone in your shooting pretty well over the course of the day, and feel a little more confident, at least with close range stuff, as the day goes on.
You're a pretty good teacher. Are you going? Perhaps as we continue looking for this stuff, we can continue to work together.
We can keep working on it. I actually, truth be told, prefer my axe anyway.
Do you, as a war priest of Sarenrae, I usually prefer my scimitar, but I've come across this hammer, and I felt it was her calling that I should try this. However, I've been thinking about maybe, since the situation is different to stay ranged, maybe one of my comrades would be better suited for it.
Don't look at me.
I'm not.
Good.
Who are you looking at?
Vrask. He's sleeping. I'm talking to Ingrahild, though.
Great, that's fun. Yeah. Well, if you want, you can just hold on to that for the time being. Worst case scenario, I can always just, throw my axe. I've done it in the past. It works pretty well.
Oh, so you would like me to keep the bow?
You can hold on to it for me. Aye.
Oh, thank you. I'll give it a try.
The GM just realized he didn't have the book open for for Giant Slayer.
Womp womp.
Yeah,
We have to redo the trials now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we do. Yep, got to redo all of it.
Those weren't the right stats. Those were hireling stats.
It's a regular one, right? Or is it composite?
Well, that's what I'm checking on. Stand by. It is a masterwork composite short bow with a +3 strength enhancement of all things.
That's pretty good.
It is literally exactly what he needs.
Hold on, I'm looking for it in the compendium.
Just do composite longbow. Oh, sorry, this is a short bow. It's a composite short bow.
No.
We'll say it's a longbow. It's a composite longbow. That's fine.
What was the rest of it?
It's
short.
It's masterwork, and you will add your strength to damage.
Oh, man.
It's short to all of us taller people.
Yeah, for all the tall people, it's a short bow, but really, it's a long bow. Short bows are just easy to hit from range combat, or from mounted combat. It's easier to shoot with a short bow than a long bow. Great. You guys sleep that evening. Nice.
Got that one out of the way.
Yes, you did. Make sure. So
Roll
go
to confirm
over.
failure.
Yeah, go. Yeah, see if what happens to my longbow in Rune Lords happens to yours. This is so sad. Anyway, the damage. Make sure you set it up to do strength for damage, and you'll see that in the second line there. So the day goes by, and night comes, and shortly after your evening meal. So again, everybody subtract 2 trail rations from your kits. Hell Knight Bro's already gone.
I'm like, we'll take.
Oh yeah, he's on the
night
screen
level
right there.
caster.
Yeah.
Take us, teleport us to Magnemar. No, I'm just kidding.
So he, yeah, seriously. So you guys head off. Ingerhild, after dinner, says, "Well, I think it's about time. I'll take you to where I saw those lights. I don't know if they'll be the will-o-wisps that you're looking for, but we'll take you to the lights nonetheless."
Nice to have everyone awake this time. Came across the will-o-wisp, I believe, before, but didn't want to take it on alone.
Oh, well, I'll have my eye more open this time.
The real question is, how do we catch it?
You remember that Silvermane translated through Halgra, because Silvermane was mute. Translated through Halgra that it is not a live will-o-wisp you put in there. It is the husk of a dead will-o-wisp
Oh yeah.
that you put into the lantern.
All we have
Alright.
to do is find their graveyard.
Or kill one.
Yep, or kill one.
Preferably dead.
Murder.
If a dead one is what we need, a dead one is what we'll have to get.
Yeah. So, you guys travel, and somebody can make me a survival check if they so desire.
Oh man.
I will. I did not assist.
I got a 21.
Yeah, he's already.
Alright. You guys are all awful. Most of you are lost, but Aga walks up with Ingerhild over the course of this thing. And together, talking and working with her and learning from her, they are able to bond over your guys' inability to know anything about the land.
Vasili's just gonna follow Aga.
The two of you knowing pretty much everything you need to know about the land. So hopefully this works. Alright, so my question is, do you have... Oh, you know what? You don't have any line of sight, because I turned on the wrong thing. There it is.
Hey, yep.
Hello, darkness, my life.
And... There.
Yep. Thank you, Dark Vision.
Okay, well, whatever. So you guys arrive here.
I do have light cast if you need that.
Not the Trials 2.0, sorry. And as you arrive, this map is not quite big enough. So don't move your tokens for a hot second as I do some stuff. You start to see these ghostly lights blinking in and out of existence. And
So haunted.
as you arrive, you hear and so now you guys can start moving onto the map a little bit because we're not in initiative yet. You guys start to walk out there, and you hear you start to hear voices. Are these the ones? I don't know. Who are they? Where have they come from? I don't know. Are they here to save us? No, they are not. They are devils. And these voices kind of ring through your minds, and you can kind of hear them audibly. You sense that they're coming from spirits that are around you. Look, those two have green skin. Yes, they are the enemy. Shh, he's here. He's here. Shh. And it all kind of falls quiet.
Facility's been
Adam, what'd you say?
And
he's gonna start ducking.
suddenly you guys hear, "Why are you in my swamp?
It's Shrek.
What are you doing here?"
It's old Greg.
And it's directed at you guys.
Hey Jeff, would I be able to commune with the spirits of these wisps using my divination ability, or would it only work for my ancestors?
Sorry, I could not hear anything that you guys just did.
Oh no, can you hear us now?
Yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if my divination from my ancestor ability, would it let me talk to these spirits or just my ancestors?
Just your ancestors.
I guess Voices of the Wild. We are here to procure something for our journey to rid the fortress of... I can't remember the name of it, but that inhabits the orcs of the Thorn tribe.
So you guys gotta start writing down major plot points so you know what's going on. There's a notes page on your character sheet.
Yep.
Does anyone know the place that you're going to? I think I've said it like twice in the past 2 days, or 3 times in the past 2 days to various people.
Where'd he go? Yep. Tark's now?
There you go.
Red Lake Fork. There we go.
Yeah. Good job. Sorry, it just makes the GM feel good when you remember stuff, and makes them feel bad when you.
The only
have no
word I
idea
could
what's
think of
going
was
on.
thistletop, and I know that's not relevant to this.
It is not. You are correct.
You come here. Thieves. Where did you get that?
Oh.
Get what?
Fuck.
Everyone knows exactly
This
what
lantern
he's
was
talking
given
about.
to us.
Lies. You
Not-
lie.
Not
I don't-
lies.
I
We
don't
were
want
given
to-
this to help fight evil.
You were given it to imprison us.
And you hear all these other hushed voices coming from around you. Oh, imprisonment, no. Not that. We've given so much. We will not be lost. We will not. We will fight.
This
We
gets
don't
you
wish
up.
to imprison you.
The thing you have only works with one of us dead.
Are you volunteering?
I'm starting to like you.
Perhaps you could show us the way without using it.
You wish to rob us of all.
Not rob you. Again, we were given this so that we could find it, so that we can fight an evil.
Oh, no.
And why am I to believe you? Why? You come here with a stolen thing. You come here to kill.
No, we come here to help. We come here to gain power so that we can fight back this evil that's tormenting the area. You are the ones who don't believe us. That is not
You
our fault.
speak in riddles and lies.
I'm Silverman.
Why would you speak of him?
Turn to him.
You can roll me a diplomacy check. Yep. Anybody who wants to can roll it, but I would suggest you be trained in it.
Another diplomacy check, you said?
If you're trained in diplomacy and want to roll diplomacy, you can. Even if you're not trained, you can roll, but I would suggest you be trained. But
I got +7. Let's do it. And much better.
A for effort.
all right, we gotta find the DC. All right, so Thrask, you said Moss Moon and explain that. Correct. What are you saying?
I say we do not know to the full extent of what this thing does. If you can help us use it without provoking violence, we may be able to come to an understanding so both of our objectives can be reached.
What evil lies in Red Lake?
As far as we know, a great giant commander lies in Redfort who wishes to seek war on the surrounding areas. They already attacked my city, killed numerous people, destroyed many lives.
I care
Must
not
be
for
brought
giants.
Giant that is coming.
No, you get the sense that he doesn't care like that. It's a giant. He has no care. Sorry, Thrask, you can finish your thing.
So, you go to kill orcs.
Do you have chaos, detect chaos up? Great, you detect a crapload of chaos.
And what is not chaos? Is it not chaotic to sacrifice one's own life to defeat their enemy? To become the abomination?
That's a question directed at Thrask. So Will-O-Wisp appears. You just see this, it kind of glow into existence. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Moss Moon of the Council of Thorns. We do not need to do this violently. Come with me. And he begins to float off.
Yes.
Cautiously
We'll
follow.
take you up. We'll take you up on that. Thank you for that attack.
And he doing his voice is taxing, to say the least.
It's nice though. It's good effect.
Yep. As you travel with him, he says, you see the he kind of glows there, and then as he says, "Follow me," you see a venerable human with bushy beard appears within the creature's glow, and he says, as you walk, he says, "Deep in the heart of the marsh, you will find what you look for, but the lantern will show you the way. Please, we are near." And he leads you to a small tree, or rather a large tree in the midst of the swamp, about an hour's walk. Always staying, it seems, 30 or 40 feet ahead of you as he walks. Great dread fell upon this place, and we were forced to sacrifice ourselves to prevent the orcs. Humanity and civilization left us. And so we became the monsters you find now, the ghosts that haunt this place. And he comes to this large tree, and at the base of the tree, you see it surrounded a collection of strange, pale, spongy spheres. And anybody with knowledge dungeoneering can make a knowledge dungeoneering check.
Oh.
You're wondering, both of you are kind of wondering, checks are hard, you're right. Both of you are kind of wondering why this guy led you to a bunch of mushrooms.
What is this strange tree?
They look nothing like morels. You probably shouldn't eat mushrooms. He stops at the tree and in response to Kurek, your question, he says, "This tree is the tree of spirits. It is where we lay to rest our dead brethren. You may take one of us." And the ghostly figure kind of motions to the sponges. "These are our dead brothers."
Oh. Even in death, you have honor. That's very good.
Yes. This is the resting place of the fallen members of our council. You, and he points to Klaus, who has the lantern.
Yep.
You may gently place a sphere into the lantern.
I approach cautiously and kneel down and take the nearest one.
As you kneel, he coup de grace you. No, I'm just kidding.
With his phantom hands.
Phantom hands. Oh, gosh. His voice changes back.
Gotcha. Why was this lantern?
These are just fake sponges.
The Ghostlight Lantern was created so that we could find the entrance to our demiplane. When this item was forged, it was not. We were not as we are now. But not all of the wisps that you find here will be as we are. Some are just monsters. Our intention was to never become this. Yet, as fate would have it, we have.
Is there a way for us to tell the difference so we do not harm your kind?
Well, yes. If it speaks to you, it is one of us. Though, I cannot guarantee your safety with half-breeds among you.
Understood.
And the full plate that Thrask is wearing, it is a darkened iron type metal, dark metal, and it bears a demonic face in the breastplate. Spikes protrude from it in various places, though it is not a spiked full plate set, but it is quite spiky. Thrask, did you want the uncomfortable nail? All right. So there's one spike that is kind of driven in, and you look and you can tell that it's a little uncomfortable for Thrask to wear. And it doesn't look super comfortable. You also notice, you guys have a bag of holding or anything? Handy haversack?
No, we've been poor.
Are you wearing yours as well?
No.
Well, you see strapped to Klaus's back, is kind of wrapped up, is a similar looking set of full plate.
Luckily, my strength is just enough.
Yeah. And Klaus is wearing a different mask than he was once wearing.
It almost looks infernal.
Yep. They look a bit spookier than they used to.
So spooky.
Thrask was always like kind of friendly and wore a little bit brighter clothing and stuff like the picture. And then now he's pretty imposing.
That's going to be hilarious when he acts joyful and whatnot, and people don't understand.
Yep, so he looks pretty imposing. Anyway, as you put the husk into and it's a kind of a spongy, clear bluish thing. You put it into the lantern, and immediately the lantern begins to emanate this cold blue glow. And as you hold up the lantern and cast it out upon the darkness of the swamp, you see the light bend in a particular direction, indeed leading you the way to the Vault of Thorns.
All right. Cautiously, I proceed.
You what?
Cautiously, I proceed. I also signal for.
For what?
Since
For what?
I just signal for Aga to come beside me. Since I was lost earlier.
I step up and go.
It shows you the direct path. Be warned. Do not touch the menhir without first washing it in the light.
Don't touch. What was that?
Do not touch the menhir.
The men?
Menhir. It's one word. Menhir.
I'm not familiar with that word.
Well, don't touch it. That is not what I said.
Oh. Oh dear.
For those of us who don't know, a menhir is a noun. It is a tall, upright stone of a kind erected in prehistoric times in Western Europe. There is
They're ancient stone obelisks.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
Oh yes,
So-
the menhir.
Wash them first, or wash us?
Oh my gosh.
Wash
The
it.
actual directions for clarity, because we've gone in the ridiculous now, is do not touch the menhir without first washing it in the light.
Without washing
So
it in the
perhaps the lamp will be the light for us then.
That is, the Silvermane told you guys
Ding ding
that
ding.
washing the lantern's light over the central menhir will open the way to the Vault of Thorns.
Ah.
So don't touch the menhir without first washing it in the light.
Ah.
Okay?
Shall we continue?
Very well.
So you travel throughout the night. Let's see if you find that other random encounter. As a matter of fact, you do.
Yay!
Is he? Oh, he is. Like, there he is. Great. Oh, look, a pretty bridge and a dead thing. Isn't that the prettiest bridge you've ever seen?
It.
It sure is.
I think Vasily's old token is here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who are you and what have you done with our new friend?
It still works. So you guys are traveling through the marsh, and actually, you know what? Yeah, this is fine. You guys are traveling through the marsh by ghostlight, literally. When suddenly,
Da-da-da-da.
oh, I spelled it wrong. Open new link. Drag over here. And suddenly you all die.
No.
That was fun.
Alright, so the water here is not
again.
as deep. So the water here is not as deep. It's mostly just wet. So you're moving toward, you can almost hear the roar of what sounds like maybe a large lake or perhaps an ocean of some sort. And you yeah, thanks. And so it's kind of wetlands, but it's not as bad. So the brown is normal movement, the blue is difficult terrain, and the dark blue is the bog.
Oh, no,
Alright.
a bug.
So bog is 4 points of movement for the dark blue squares. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Clear as mud?
Yes. Clear as mud.
Alright.
Marsh, actually.
Great. Oh, that's a thing. Okay. Well, there you go. We we find Kermit. All right, cool. And you guys, the water in front of you begins to bubble, and out from it pops this monstrosity, which looks like that.
Kermit.
Crab,
That loves.
crab.
Oh gosh.
So it is a
Davy
Muppet,
Crockett.
and you guys can roll initiative.
Jeez,
Maybe
Jeff,
it's
what
not
are you
hostile.
doing? From Yogg Sagoth or what?
Yay!
I want you guys to look at what I rolled for his initiative.
Eight.
There you go.
Woo!
8.07. Guess what I rolled?
A one.
That is correct. And so, with that Thrask, you are able to act before this thing goes.
Is this technically a surprise round?
It is not a surprise round now. Thing just like was in the water and saw you guys and popped out.
And then I will pull.
Okay. Great. Klaus, it's your turn.
I will fasten the lamp around belt or around waist as securely as possible. So
Okay,
my hands
that'll
are
be a move action, I'll say.
And then as my standard, is it close enough for me to do a knowledge check?
As a matter of fact, it is. Go ahead.
Or that's a free, I guess, but yeah. What is the knowledge arcana?
Dungeoneering.
Dang, okay. Woo!
Hey, that is fantastic that you did that. You get to know two things about this. You know it is called a chol. This lobster-like creature has a thick armored shell. A pair of tiny eyes gleam above a mouth full of writhing tentacles. What?
I'd like to know
do you
one
want
offensive
defensive?
and one defensive thing.
Great.
Preferably,
Defensively,
well, if I get to choose, preferably DR type stuff.
okay, it is immune to poison
Okay.
as its defensive thing. Its offensive thing is its tentacles tend to paralyze people. It tries to paralyze its
Oh my
victim with its
gosh.
tentacles.
Do I know if these things usually hunt in packs?
You know their organization is solitary, pair, or pack.
Oh, gosh, that does
That's
me no good.
That goes from not bad to scary.
Okay, so still at my standard, so as a free, I guess, to the knowledge, and then I will say, beware its tentacles, they paralyze. Also, keep your eyes keen, there might be more of them, though it is unlikely. And after that, I will take out my quarterstaff as the rest of my movement.
Great. Vasily,
So this thing hasn't gone yet, so I can get a sneak attack on it?
that is correct.
And
Yeah.
I should be. I'm just going to, from where I'm at, I'm going to draw a short bow and take a pot shot at it.
Yeah, to actually get sneak attack, you will need to not have Thrask in the way. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you can do it from here or from here, your choice. One more forward. Yep, that one will be fine. I think that one will be fine.
You get this 30, right?
Yeah, it's 30 feet. Yep, but you can't have any. You need to be able to draw a line of sight from the corner of your square to all of his corners without passing through somebody else's square. So where you currently are, Thrask is still providing cover, but one more forward and you're good.
Shit. Oh boy.
All right, fire. That will hit. Go ahead and do your range damage.
7 points of damage.
At least you got that max sneak attack.
It was totally worth it, wasn't it?
Wah, wah. Yep.
Nice. Oh wow, that's 3d6. You rolled a 1, 2, 3. All right. Yep.
Oh jeez.
So now it goes. What is its intelligence? Great.
Oh, what about me?
Correct. You are 11.2. Oh, you did it late.
That's
Alright.
fine. I used my standard action to cast my spirit shield.
Okay, great. Because you're staggered. All right. With that, it 5 foot forwards and attacks Thrask. You do not. And does a 21 hit. Okay. So it grabs you, grabs a hold of you with one of its claws, and actually I'll have it 5 foot to there. So it grabs a hold of you with one of its claws, and does 12 points of damage to you. Then, as it's holding on to you, its like tentacles start to like writhe and wiggle, and they come up and start to wrap themselves around you, or try to wrap themselves around you, as it grabs you. So let's see if it manages to do that.
Oh man.
Does a 25 get your CMD? It does. So you are grappled, and then it moves you, and it tries to get you to grab the it just moves you to the tentacles, and you need to make a fortitude save as it wraps around you with its tentacles. Alright. Alright. Aga, it is your turn.
I'm going to say this worked for your brother. I will shield you.
The only person you can cast Shield of Faith on or Shield Other on is the one wearing the ring, which, as far as I know, Klaus hasn't given it back yet.
Yeah, I was still wearing it.
So you both wear a platinum ring, and that's how Shield Other works.
Forgot about the ring. Okay, let's try this skill with my bow.
Oh, nice.
Are you moving before you shoot?
See ya.
Yes.
It doesn't matter anyway. He's engaged. That is that's a miss no matter what.
Why?
Don't ask me why. So it's a miss. Thrask. Oh my gosh. Thrask.
Is Thrask not moving?
It might matter. It doesn't matter. Thrask, you don't move. Klaus, it's your turn.
Brother, you imbecile, I told you not to get touched by it. And then I'll take a 5-foot step and I will cast...
Your new favorite spell?
On the party.
Haste! Excellent. So everybody is hasted for how many rounds?
There you go. 5 rounds.
Alright.
Look at that, spell failure chance, swift action to make that not happen though. I need to remember to announce that to you.
5 rounds, you said?
Yes, 5 rounds.
Alright. Oh man, all I am trying to do is... There it is. Great. I will let you guys keep track of these. Well, actually, I'll try. I'll keep track. Thrask, you are also hasted. So that's... Yeah, I know. Alright.
Boost your AC, so that's cool.
Vasily, it's your turn.
Get close to it. So for moving, I could put away the bow and move, but I wouldn't be able to take the mace out at this time, right?
Say that one more time, sorry.
Well, I can't pull out the mace and put the bow away and still be able to move and do things, right?
You could drop the bow and you can do that.
Alright, can I chuck it behind me on the patch of land?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you chuck it behind you on the patch of land.
We'll do that, draw the mace, and then try to I don't know. Is acrobatics help you through water at all, or no?
No, it doesn't.
You
want to charge it, right? Or do you want to? Where do you want to do?
I want to. I want to charge it.
Okay. You can't charge through difficult. That's the one problem there. You could try to get around behind it.
You can get at least to the square right next to the one you pinged with 60-foot movement right now.
Oh,
yeah,
double move.
Yeah, you're at double move. So roll me an acrobatics check as you get back there, because it tries to snap at you with its tentacle.
Alright.
Or with its claw.
Acrobatics. What'd you call?
That does not do it.
Alright, well I'm a... Oh, sorry, it should be, what do you call it? The defense thing for the...
Yeah, so just click on your defenses. There's a button that says defenses, and go ahead and click on that.
Click on what? Where?
You should have a button on your character sheet that says defenses. Or you might have... Yeah, so just click on that button, and it sends me all of your defenses.
Okay. No, I was saying
You have mobility.
No, the combat reflex. That's the word.
Yeah, that only... So combat reflexes, you have to make the attack, then it goes off. But if you haven't made the attack yet, it doesn't go off yet.
Alright, well, on the move, I should be a 24 then, I think?
Okay. That's why I asked you to send me your defenses.
Alright.
Alright, you take... you get hit for 17 points of damage. But you were able to slip through his claw before he grabs onto you. And you're there, and you can make an attack roll if you want to.
Alright. Yes, now combat expertise, yes.
Alright, that will in fact hit.
And do I have...
And you have point... Yes.
So, 16.
Yep. So 16 points of damage. You're the only one who's done damage to it. Correct. It's your turn. You might be pushed to talk.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my standard to cast Divine Favor. And
Great.
use my movement to try and with haste I'm pretty sure I can get to there, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. And I guess I'll have to take any attacks of opportunity if he has.
Alright. He does have combat reflexes. I can't believe it. He has combat reflexes. So yeah, he makes an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, jeez.
And can you send me your defensive stats? Alright.
Oh, can I try acrobatics?
You can. You move at half speed when you do it, but I think that you still have plenty. You can try it.
So
Yeah. You're so elusive. Does not succeed. Luckily, he misses you with his attack roll.
Cool.
And then it's his turn. Thrask, let's start with you. You take 10 points of damage as the tentacles kind of like start to tighten around you. And then Vasily, it attacks you.
No.
Roll the open roll. That is a 24 to hit. So
That is
with
very much a hit.
Yep, that is a hit. For
that's a lot of damage.
yep.
And don't forget, Vasily, your AC is plus
100.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not
I'm-
matter with a 20.
I'm a
So you-
21 with the
Vasily,
20.
you take 12 points of damage,
Ouch.
and 18, and you, sir, get grabbed as well,
Oh, man.
even with the
Your,
plus 1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 24, so...
And then it attacks Kurak and misses again with its other claw. Thras is currently being held in its tentacles. Aga, it's your turn. Nope, you are paralyzed,
Get
and
to
all
look
that
at
entails.
things.
So, Aga, what do you-
Rask, you need help, so I shall bless you.
All right. Okay, DC is a 15. And that is a will save, right? Okay. Alright, as you touch Thrask, suddenly the tentacles like slip off him and he hits the ground hard. Thrask, you are still paralyzed. Klaus.
Round 4. Correct. I see your ancestors are doing well for you today. Then I will cast Fly. So swift and then fly. Then still have my move, right?
Yep.
I will fly. It's large size, so 25 feet up into the air.
Okay. You sure you don't? You sure you don't want more than that?
Let's do 30 or 40. Let's do 35. In case you decide to get all basketball player on me again.
He's got jumps.
Okay. Just going straight up, right?
Yeah, nothing else fancy.
Great, cool. That's minutes. Right. And Vasily, it is your turn.
I'm grappled, right?
Yes, you can try. You can make an attack with your mace if you want to, or you can try to escape.
I'm gonna escape artist step my way out of this, hopefully.
Okie dokie.
I think I make it.
That is what you wanted. Nice. All right, that is a move for you, or a standard action rather.
Okay, and then I can move.
Might actually be a full round. You can 5-foot step someplace if you want to, or you can just stay there.
Would I still have flanking here?
Not right now because Thrask is not threatening.
Alright. If I 5-foot step, I still wouldn't be, though, right?
Right, but you can start to like 5-foot step. Oh, there it was.
Alright, so I can move here, and then that's as far as I can go, and then I will... you don't get flanking next to... Alright, I'll just take a whack at him from here.
You can't. So escaping a grapple is a full round action.
Okay.
Oh, escape a grapple, it is a standard action. So you have a move action left. If you just want to like try to move away from him, you can do that.
I'm just gonna move. If I was here, I'm just gonna try to step back, and then try getting away like this. We're going back here or whatnot. In
Alright, roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Alright. Nope, so he strikes out at you.
So it should be with...
And misses. And misses.
Okay.
And that's where you get.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Correct. It goes to your turn. You have haste, and so you get to make 2 attacks with your doubt chant.
Nice.
The 15 misses, but the 22, because of haste, hits for 11
Nice.
points of damage.
But did it not add the haste? Because I have the buff turn.
I don't think so.
So I'm +3 to hit. Oh yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
+2. No.
Did it add it in? Because you miss if you did.
Here is I'll turn
Make sure all your stuff is turned on.
Yeah, haste was turned on.
Okay, so that is a miss then.
Okay.
Unfortunately. You should always have Divine Grace turned on, like, since level 3. Okay. It goes to its turn. And, it's still got you in its tentacles, either way. So, you take... You do. Oh yeah, it did. Dropped you. We're gonna go with you failed. We're gonna go with you failed that. Because, it's been like 3 rounds. And Aga's done stuff otherwise, and all sorts of stuff has happened, so... So... Correct, you're right there, so it tries to attack you. And I kid you not, it missed both times. Unless
Yeah,
unless a 16 hits you,
Nope, 23.
as you nimbly dodge out of the way. Aga, it's your turn.
Oh, they're doing okay. I will step over. There. Is it 2 standard actions with haste? Is that how that works?
No, it's not 2 standard actions.
Okay,
Nope.
so I can't cast a spell and shoot. That's right.
Right, but if you make an attack, if you use an attack action to make a full attack, you can shoot twice.
Okay, we will try this again.
All right.
Oh man.
Nice.
It will hit. It will not confirm, but it does hit for 6 points of damage.
You got my attack notes. I don't know if that will change it.
It doesn't. Nope. It's a far cry away from Argamash. Klaus, it is your turn. 30 feet up in the air, flying around.
Yeah,
Like,
30 feet
like
up
you
in
just
the
don't
air,
care.
waving my arms like I just don't care to do a somatic components for magic missile. And I will swift first to make my spell figure chance lower.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
For 12 points of damage. Oh, that SR though. Sorry, man.
Seriously? Oh, I see him fizzle.
No.
Oh.
You see 3 missiles slam into this thing, and it roars out. And Vasily goes to you, sir.
Well, foolhardy as ever. Silly charges back in.
All right, roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh,
I didn't
boy.
adjust. Oh, I didn't adjust your own token, dude.
Okay.
What?
I was just saying it for the group's benefit.
Okay. No, that's not good.
All right,
So
it
a 24 still, or would be a 25 for the common expertise still.
25 lets you get in there. So roll your attack,
Okay.
and Aga, that is correct.
Yes.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, look at that, man. That's 25 points of damage. So you kind of tumbled out of there, took an attack on the way out, like got out, and then just charged, slid and started charging headlong in. And as you get to the edge of the water, you jump through the air, narrowly being missed by a claw, and you just come down and bash this thing. And you see its hard chitin crack as you hit it with your light mace.
Light mace.
Correct. It is your turn. You see an opening to hit this. Let's see if you can make good on that.
Blam, blam.
One of your attacks lands true, dealing 9 points of damage as you put the falchion's blade straight into the crack created by his mace. However, it is not enough, and the Chol attacks it. A claw for each of you. Kurak first. Kurak, your ancestors finally fail you, and you get hit with a 26.
Oh
Actually,
man.
would an extra 2 damage make it?
What's the extra 2 points of damage from?
From Divine Favor, and it's not added into my damage roll.
What's
I'm
your
plus
your
2 to damage right now.
what's your strength modifier?
Oh, never mind. I'm good. I thought it would add it into a different section.
No.
But it just
So-
adds it to strength.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think your strength is a +2, right?
Yeah, it is. So we're good.
So that's 3 with the thing, and then 4 from Divine Favor.
Yeah.
So that hits, and a 26 to hit Vasily as well.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Going down.
And yeah, let's roll some damage here. Correct. You take 13 points of damage, and Vasily, you take 10 points of damage.
Ooh.
And can I have you both send me your defensive stats really quick?
Yeah.
All right. Great. As the Chol picks both of you up, and you both gain the grappled condition.
Oh,
They
man.
actually got us.
Yep. Aga, it's your turn. 3. Yeah, it paralyzed you for 6 rounds. It's brutal.
Yeah,
Be
6
gone.
rounds is forever.
It's a flat thing too. I don't roll for it. It's just you just get paralyzed. Suck it.
Oh, they're in trouble. Let these arrows go true. Come on, Sarah and Ray.
And-
One might.
Both arrows fly wide, tinking off. They both tink off his armor. You don't find a crack. Yep, really. Again, you're taking -4 for shooting into combat. If the
Yeah.
creature is 2 size categories larger than your allies, you don't take the negative for shooting into combat. This one's only 1. Thrask, you are all sad and stuff. Klaus, you are flying up.
You see me kind of. Oh. Yeah. Swift first, though.
Great. As you guys being held, it's bringing you towards its tentacles that are writhing up to you, and suddenly these magic missiles slam into it. It cries out and drops both of you and kind of stutters backwards and swims, basically submerges into the deep of the water, and you see bubbles come up, and it's gone.
A magic missile before it can leave again. Just kidding, not really.
Yeah, so guys, its AC was a 22. Aga, you were looking at a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Or, sorry, 26 to hit. So, the reason, yeah. Your last crossbow, that 27 hit one, it just hit.
Right, it's pretty much
yeah.
you gotta roll a 20. Got it.
Against this particular creature.
Right. I just didn't know it was that high. Like, I'm sitting here trying to wrap my brain around it. Like,
Yep.
I'm rolling in the 20s. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's crippling, not having precise. So, anyway, there you go. And,
Blub, 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 blub.
a minute later, Thrask, a minute later, the reason you guys didn't get attacks of opportunity is because, like, fluff-wise, it, like, scuttles away, but, rules-wise, he killed it. Also, you were grappled. That's why.
So we're
All right.
no longer grappled.
Nope, you are no longer grappled. But Vasily falls into the water, and
Blub, 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 blub.
correct, you hit the ground there like, well, that was, whatever. But you notice that Vasily is like, you don't see Vasily.
I'll
I
walk
didn't
over
realize
and
I
fish
could
for him.
fly over.
I guess I'll make a perception check for its teeth.
It's not. As you get up there, you see him. He's just on the surface in water.
Alright, and I'll channel a cure moderate wounds as I reach down to fish him up.
Great. Go ahead and roll that. Hey, +5. That's pretty cool.
Man, that's really bad. We're reroll. There we go.
Yeah, that is really bad. You can reroll that. So
That's me,
Vasily,
guys. That deserves a reroll.
that definitely does. So yeah, Vasily, you heal 12 points of damage as he does that.
Yep.
Great.
Ah,
Did he channel?
No, he didn't channel. He just did a cure mod. Correct, can't channel. He is an oracle. That is not a life oracle.
Yeah.
where's the beast? Did we win?
Yes, as a matter of speaking. It scuttled away.
Oh, well, chicken.
It's a beast. Self-preservation is sometimes more important than food.
We could have had crab for dinner.
I shall see if there's anything that we can eat around here and drink.
You think that you can rouse up some food, but it'll take you some time.
Perhaps we should continue.
What do you guys think? I think I can get something out of this, but do we need to continue more, or it's going to take me a little...
We don't know if the lamp has a duration. I think we should follow it till we reach our destination.
I agree with Klaus.
That would be very nice.
Did your nap not heal your brother? The one you took during that fight. Well, seemed pretty relaxing to me.
Even have any wands?
No one's.
Not of cure, no.
Can I healers kit anybody, or is that going to take too long?
Takes an hour to healers kit somebody. But yes, you could.
Do you guys think I could healers, or do you want to continue now? Same question.
I'll do another
I think we
cure
should
mod.
open the passage first.
Okay, let me, I can cure light wounds, the two of you.
That would be much obliged.
There's 15 for the worst hurt.
That'll be Vasily.
Yeah, so up to 26. Many thanks, fine lady.
And
I'm not a
then...
lady.
Yeah, that was actually corrected that to you.
Oh, many thanks, correct.
Beard.
It'd be a D8 plus 5, right?
It is a D8 plus 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you giving it to? So the first one goes to Thrask. And who's-
Yeah, Thrask, but if he does that to Vasily, I'm going to give both to Vasily. Or Thrask.
Thrask, yeah, Thrask.
Okay. Tarak is also hurt.
Oh, Aga.
Thrask
Do you
are
need
at
this
full,
ring
probably.
back?
I'll just use a cure light on myself. I have tons of that.
Perhaps you should give that to your brother. He seems to be in the front more often, whereas you seem to keep flying.
I suppose, but do you wish to take damage for him?
That's a good question.
Or Vasily.
Perhaps the stealthy one. But it's up to you, it's your ring. Here, I just give it to him. Use it as you will.
Whatever you see fit, I wouldn't mind a little protection. But if you need it, take it.
Do you know how long it makes me to make decisions?
A really incredibly month-long process.
Well, then just give it to me and I'll thank you later.
Okay, we shall try it with the thief.
I am
Or
not a thief.
rogue.
I am not a thief, thank you. I am many things, but do not insult me.
And as I hand it to should I cast it now?
It's up to you.
I mean,
Your duration is 5 hours.
right? Are we gonna meet something? Is that the time period?
It's up to you. You have no idea what the time period is.
You're right. That's why I asked. Okay, I will wait.
I'll tell you. Yeah, my character that does it waits until we're like entering a dungeon, or I'll cast
Yes.
it on the first round of combat.
Right. I wasn't sure if we're in the like we're in it.
No.
Oh, okay, then no. All right, Vasily, wear this. When we enter a dangerous area, I will try and help you the best I can.
Oh, thank you very much.
But
Alright.
remember, if you are wearing it, you cannot leave 35 feet from me.
Or else it stops working, or else
Yes,
what?
it will not protect you if you leave that distance.
And
Well,
the spell's also canceled.
well, maybe you should give this to someone else then.
Thrask, would you rather have it then?
There's also Kurak.
Oh yes, Kurak would be very helpful for that. He
Or correct, yes. Either speak up, people. Anybody else prefer it?
Alright. So here's the thing. It's Shield Other. He'll take half of the damage that you take. So the question is who wants it? Klaus doesn't want it. Vasily doesn't want it. It's between Thrask and Kurak.
You also get a +1 deflection bonus to AC and a +1 resistant bonus on saves. Also,
But like somebody's got to have it. They need to be wearing it when the spell's cast. So it's not like, oh, I'll put it on right now. You don't do that.
don't be shy,
You can
Kurak.
use it today, Thrask.
So who's getting it today? Correct. What did you say a minute ago?
Thrask can have it for today.
There it is. Decision's been made. We spent far too long on that.
It is the one ring that we own.
The one wing.
Ring still Aga.
Alright.
So we travel, and I hover
Eventually,
a couple feet above the ground.
and now I'm gonna use that as cure mod instead.
alright, hold up, making sure all my crap is on the right levels.
Nobody found that funny.
Yeah, I know, but combat lasted less than a minute. So 4 minutes loading.
Oh, you know what?
You guys were chatting, I fell into the ground.
Ingrahild is also with you guys. Sorry, she should have been part of that fight.
Yeah, that punk.
It's just tokens. That's all.
Can we
Sorry.
use her cure lights instead then?
And you guys can't. She doesn't have any. You guys can go ahead and yeah, you guys can go ahead and delete the timers I have on you. It's Vasily. And
Oh, no, no. Cool.
great. All right. There it is. Eventually leading you here. And again, you can turn those off.
Stonehenge.
Yep. Before you,
What is this Stonehenge of which you speak?
So, but before you see a number of rocks. You can see a couple of them have fallen, and it does look like Stonehenge. A couple of these things have fallen, and in the center is a giant menhir.
Careful, don't.
Look, I'm in here.
A circle of monolithic standing stones surrounds a central menhir covered in a layer of thick, thorny vegetation. In all, 8 formations surround the central stone. 5 intact trilithons, and another 3 that have crumbled and partially sunk into the swamp's soggy floor. A large pool bubbles gently to the northwest of the standing stones.
Of course it does.
The central, so the vertical posts are each about 8 feet tall. You estimate them to weigh approximately 15 tons.
Cautiously approach the menhir.
Great. The menhir is 12 feet tall.
Klaus, what do you see with the lantern?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm close enough.
Wait, would you like me to consult my ancestors as to what this relic might do before we mess with it?
You guys have a pretty good idea of what it's going to do.
I don't think they would have sent us all this way to trick us.
Very well.
So I will walk up and shine the lamp, this little light of mine, on the stone menhir.
This.
As you shine the light on the menhir,
I flash the menhir.
the vegetation covering the monolith quickly withers away, revealing a faintly glowing, olive-hued stone. And as that happens, I need passive perceptions from everybody. Vasily, you hear something over in the brush over here. And
Rush over where?
in this direction.
I can't.
We don't see the pings.
Well, that is unfortunate. Well, according to my thing, your token totally sees the... Oh, over in this direction. I was on the wrong thing. And you see this creature come out, and I need initiative checks from everybody.
Well, a lot of good that did.
And what's hers?
As it does so, Tom's.
Alright, but, that can go away. Great. And is everybody in our initiative tracker except for... Great. For her.
Put the wee lass in.
Alright. And... there's a surprise round that Vasily... You see the creature come running through, you're quick to react, and so you can act in the surprise round. You get either a standard action or a move action.
Where's it coming out from? Over here?
Yeah, do you not see it?
No.
You guys should zoom out. According to, when I ask if you can see it or not, it says, yes, you can see it.
I'm going to ping where my vision ends.
Jeff, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I don't
All
see
right.
it. There
Hey,
it
there's
There it
something
is. There.
there.
It teleported!
The dwarf could see it.
is. Here.
Yeah, I was going to say. Your vision doesn't actually end, it starts to fade at that point.
It's darkness past the square he's right next to.
Alright. Now there you
Alright,
go.
well,
Well,
Stone Lake-
as a miner, my dark vision became very good.
so
Anyway.
Stone Lake wouldn't be able to do anything. So I guess move action. Just get the mace out and move over to here. Yeah.
Great.
Just so we're clear, those giant stones you said were like tall, right? Or
Yeah, they're pretty
I
big.
tried,
okay.
So
try to
she,
take cover behind one of the stones, I guess. So-
yeah, so she takes a 5-foot step on her turn, picks up one of those big stones, and throws it at one of you. He throws it. She throws it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Ingrahild also needs a turn. Ooh, Ingrahild, what are you doing, girl?
She's still nowhere.
Yep, and throws that at Vasily. Actually, throws that at Klaus, the only one without cover. And yeah, so Klaus, let's see what happens, shall we?
Yep, I thought you might pick me.
Does a these don't provide cover. They are on the ground. They provide cover if you're right up to it. But, yeah, thank you for your defensive stats. I appreciate that. Yes, you get hit by a giant boulder that flies at you,
Well,
dealing you 19 points of damage as you get smashed by this boulder.
give me the ring! Give me the ring! No, I'm just kidding.
And the creature bellows, and then we're in actual initiative order at that point.
Dang, homegirl.
And so homegirl, she's got brush in her way, so she moves up to here and draws her axes, and that's kind of her turn. Vasily.
I'm going to. You said I don't have to charge in this. Do I have to charge in a straight line?
Yes, you do.
Alright, so I'm going to be able to charge.
She might have the ability to walk.
Good.
Well, no, I get sneak attack from charging.
Yeah, he gets it when he charges.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, so what he'll do is he'll actually delay.
Alright, so we'll do that, and then I just change my initiative to whatever that is, right?
Yep. Great, you are
Okay.
delayed. Thrask, it is your turn. You cannot charge. Oh, yeah, you can. Yep. Can you?
Yeah, just moving along the
Yeah.
side of it.
She's got a straight line to its edge.
Yep. Or to there.
Okay,
If I didn't get
Right.
covered, he gets charged. No, I'm just kidding.
go ahead. So you charge it. As it comes in, it attacks you with the gaff that it has in its hand.
Can we get a close up when you get a chance?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Picked up a rock with, a large size rock, like reached down, picked it up, and chucked it. And then, so it attacks you. And it gets a 26 to hit.
Excellent.
And you take 14 points of damage from that. Alright.
Can I delay enter in now?
Yeah, you want to enter in after Thrask, that is fine.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I should have plenty enough movement.
Well, wait for Thrask's actual turn to finish.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Alright. Yes, you did. Alright, Vasily, it's your turn.
Wait, you didn't get to attack.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I have enough movement. I'm gonna move into here and try whacking this thing in the butt, I guess.
All right. As you move over,
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Someday I'll remember. Probably not good enough.
it is not. Nope. If you want acrobatics to work, this is just in general for all you Pathfinder people out there. You gotta sink everything you have into it, and probably take skill focus for it to work.
I have everything in it.
And take skill focus. You can ask boss all about that.
All right. Well.
So as it
on the move.
Yep, and it will hit you.
Ouch.
Yep, for 21 points of damage.
21 points.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, not 21. 26. So I have 5 left. Woo! I have 21. I have 16.
All right.
All right.
Roll your attack roll.
I'll try to smack it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
Combat expertise. Yes, please. Probably not good enough.
He's actually not. Now he is. That is with flanking, not good enough to hit.
Nope. All right.
Anybody with knowledge local can roll it on their turn to figure out what this thing is. Thrask, you're big and in its face. It takes a single attack against you. Just one. Yeah, because why not? It hits and does 25 points of damage.
Which
As it roars. And it speaks in a language that some of you might understand. Does anybody... Oh, nice! Yeah, that belt. So you get +2 strength, +2 con, so make sure you adjust yourself because of that.
What's the language?
Giant.
I do speak that.
Great.
You little twerps won't be coming in here! My mistress won't let you!
And it's a female voice of all things. Klaus, it's your turn.
Knowledge local first.
Yes, sir. Also, yeah, I was wondering why you were dumping all of your your big spells in that last fight. But hey,
With the paralyzed, I was kind of worried about some kills.
25. That is enough to know this is a marsh giant. A marsh giant. What would you like to know about it? Offensive or defensive?
Just one thing?
Yep.
Gosh. Okay, so we gotta leave. I would like to know an offensive thing. That's not the stone throw thing.
Clearly, that's not useful.
Yeah.
You know it can throw rocks. Its range, by the way, is 120 foot range.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yes, it had range. It has. You know that marsh giants. These are cold black eyes stare out from the fish-like face of this hideous green-skinned, webbed-fingered, and obese giant. You know that they are, clearly they have martial prowess, but also you remember that you know that they have the ability to cast spells.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so Klaus, remembering what this creature is, am I pretty worried about its strength?
Yeah, you are
Okay.
pretty. Oh crap!
Okay.
It's kind of.
So I will
It is a true giant.
yell to everyone in common. Beware! It has magical abilities as well as martial. And then I will grab my hope knife around my neck, and I will cast haste. And I am
Great.
in range for everyone.
All right. It's a minor magics. I mean, the spells are pretty potent. You can't remember the exact spells. You know, one of them is fog cloud. So it has some pretty good. They have some pretty good spells, but.
And then I will 5-foot step.
I'm gonna change it. Great. For everybody, haste is going to be this stopwatch.
Okay.
All right. After that, correct. It is your turn. You could not act in the surprise round, but guess what? That was a surprise round, so it's your turn.
So I'm gonna use my standard to cast Divine Faith.
Okay.
I'm not fully decked out. And I'll use my movement with haste to get into base camp.
Are you hasting yourself, or are you going to haste the dwarf, Ingrahild?
I will haste myself. Ingerhild has shown no.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
All right. As you move up, it attacks you. Getting a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. And you, sir, will take 14 points of damage.
Oh.
Aga, it's your turn.
I will see the dire situation and immediately cast Shield Other on.
Yep, Thrask, because he's wearing the ring. Great. Thrask, you have Shield Other. It's +1 resistance to saves and +1 deflection to AC. Ingrahild goes, and she charges. She moves in. Failing to acrobatics and taking a blow on the way in, which you notice is kind of interesting because it already made an attack of opportunity this turn. So, and she takes a bit of damage, and then she strikes out with her battle axe, and does some damage. It's actually you see her strike it across its face. And that's fine. Oh, this is... Hold on a second, guys. There it is. Strikes it across the face for... Alright. For 25 points of damage.
You
also
go,
landing the first blow on the creature. Thrask, it is your turn.
That's my new BFF.
No, he does not know Viola.
Oh, it's a giant.
Yeah, why not? You know, you have no idea if it's what it is or anything. So yeah, why not just smite it? It is pretty rare. You're right. And you strike it twice for a total of 39 points of damage.
Wow.
Vasily, it's your turn.
So Vasily will take a swat at it.
Oh, is that not smite damage?
Yeah, that was weak.
Alright, it's an extra 10 points of damage then.
Wow.
Alright, go
Wow.
ahead.
Alright, yes. Wait, one. Hit or no hit?
It is a hit, and you have flanking, so that's fun.
22. Wham!
Alright. The giant roars out in pain, striking out with a single attack again. And dealing... That's the right die. Angry Thrask, your hammer sustains a total of 60 points of damage from a critical hit. And it is destroyed.
That sundered though.
My headset went out. How much?
60. Yep, straight to the hammer. And it is completely destroyed, and I kid you not, this person has improved Sunder as a feat. And so, Klaus, you see your brother's hammer that you've known him to have for the last number of years just completely become, like, almost disintegrate as the giant smashes into it. Klaus, it is your turn. And I know if you cast a spell, I'm assuming a swift. His CMB to hit you was a critical hit. And then to confirm was a 36.
Gosh.
Yep. Alright. Who are you casting that on? On Aga. Aga, you gain bull strength, which does butt kiss for you. Unless you use Argamash. Correct, it's your turn.
So I'm gonna double hit.
Alright. You wind up with your falchion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a +3 composite longbow, so... First one does not seem to strike.
That's a crossbow. That was
Oh, that's why it doesn't hit, it's because it's a crossbow. And second attack.
ugh.
Alright. The first attack does land true for 6 points of damage, which you cut into it and its intestines and guts spill out, and it cries out and falls to its knee, opening it up for a second attack from you because of the first, and you come down, lobbing its head off its body.
Noise. Noise.
With that snake eyes damage.
Yep. Because, so 6 points dropped it to 0 hit points, and then, so I gave it a flat-footed condition, and 18 hits, it's flat-footed.
Oh, man.
Yep. So,
Brutalized.
Fatality.
and thus, you guys have just fought your second true giant
Hmm.
in the Giant Slayer campaign. The
gonna
min
say-
here still glows in an olive hue.
Or poor Klaus is getting the spell wasting tonight.
Yeah, he is. Alright. It is a lot of shards. Like, completely destroyed. Not just like broken in half, it's shattered. Yeah. if it can be fixed. If you miss one of the pieces of shard, no matter how small, who knows? If you punch a hole in it. Make hole can fix destroyed magic items and restores the magic properties of the items. It's twice its level. This spell functions as mending, except it repairs d6 points of damage per level when cast on an object or construct creature.
Anyways.
Okay. Yes. So you think you might be able to fix it with make whole? All right.
Everybody alive? Oh, thank goodness it doesn't have a mouth to feed. Didn't.
That looks pretty bad. Perhaps you want to try Agramash. You gave me this armor, and you no longer have your weapon. Yeah, see if it will work for you.
So you hand over Argamash, and it's a medium-sized warhammer. Strangely, as you hand it to Thrask, it enlarges and becomes a large-sized warhammer that he needs to wield in two hands. Almost as if it's sensing something inside of him that it does not sense in you. Or anyone else who's held the weapon.
You don't see that every day.
What could it sense?
Oh, that is odd indeed. I could wield it with one hand, but it has decided to go another route with you.
Through his full plate helm. Okay.
Well, that was quite the threat here. We probably need to take a minute.
Oh yes.
Or is there still farther to go?
Also, Klaus, make sure to read the Ghostlight Lantern's actual thing. You get Shocking Grasp at a particular caster level, I can't remember which. So many times per day. Yeah. Just for having it charged like that, so.
Yeah, we could have used that on the plant monster.
Yeah, you could have. Shocking Grasp would have gone great on that shambling mound.
I know, I have knowledge nature of that one.
As the you guys sit here and Thrask, as you contemplate over the babbling, the water is over here in that direction. As it's over there, you begin to see the sunrise. The sky begins to lighten. Yes, I can. Let me just check here. Oh, I have not created one for Argamash, but I will.
Now, while they're doing that, can I search around for a stick to impale the head on?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to find something decent sized and start jabbing and try to jab the head down it. And say, "This is a warning for any more of those monsters."
Great. You do that. Sorry, I have to look up Argamash really quick. It's in a different book. That's why I didn't create it. It doesn't have it wasn't as neat and tidy as the other ones.
It's +2 to its enhancement bonus, and it's an impact weapon, so it's one size category larger.
It deals damage as though it were one size category larger. So a large size Warhammer does 2d6 points of damage. Yours is a huge size, so it does 3d6 points of damage, I think. Because it's impact. And then if you go big, it should do 4d6 damage.
There's also benefits to bull rushing.
Yep, +2 to bull rushing attempts. It has another ability. I'm trying to find it right now.
And also, for 20 minutes, you can go larger.
Right, there it is.
And if you score a crit on a giant, it has to
Not a
negate
giant. A humanoid.
What? Oh, humanoid. The target creature must succeed at a DC 23 fort save or be reduced in size one category for 20 minutes.
There you go. That's all of it. So, you guys have been traveling most of the night, or all night at this point. You left at sundown. It is now sun up.
Can we still get in there?
Yeah, it's still glowing. The vines haven't recovered it or anything like that. It's still going there.
Okay, gather around. I think everyone's still a little bit hurt. And we're going to go ahead and channel.
Oh.
Channel.
Energy.
That is so sad.
You can reroll it. It is okay. There you go. Sorry, that's too high now. You need to reroll again. I was looking for a 7.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I'm just trolling you.
Yeah.
So everybody heals 10 points of damage.
Oh, much better.
No, you should have only gained 5 hit points off of your rage. It does if you're a barbarian, but if you get the spell cast on you, it only gives you +2 strength and con. That is the important part, which is why I said you get +2 strength and con. All right. So what are you guys planning on doing now?
We should get this figured out with this Menhir. Oh. Wave that stick around it a bit more.
Well, now that we look okay, maybe it is time to continue. Unless anybody else thinks they need rest.
Thrask will still have Shield Other on him.
Yeah, for 5 hours.
5 hours, yep.
But let us remember, he did say there's another one.
Yes, a larger one. I'd rather not be here when it shows up.
I say we go in and see if there's a place to rest inside. If not, we can just continue on. We may only have so much time to see this task done with the lantern.
Did anybody notice anything on the giant that could be useful?
It has a large-sized gaff that it used to destroy that. Thrask's hammer. Otherwise, I don't think it had like squat on it. Nope. It was wearing a loincloth. It has some like teeth on necklaces and stuff. It just has a large size gaff.
It has some intestines if you want those.
The necklaces are pretty large. But yeah, sure, go ahead. Great. So, here's a fun fact for Order of the Nail, folks. As you, what the Order of the Nail does is, as they defeat enemies in combat, if they're wearing armor or had teeth or something like that, they take a piece of the armor that looks like a nail, and they pierce their skin with it for a couple of days. And then that will eventually heal, but it leaves not a hole, but a scar. And so older Order of the Nail members you'll see these very precisely scarred skin dots working up their arms or legs as they pierce themselves with the nails, as you were from Fallen Allies.
I know that common knowledge.
Yeah, it's common knowledge.
Okay, I'll take the tooth I took as a trophy and stab myself.
Great. Roll me a fortitude save. It's a filthy, filthy tooth. Why didn't you clean it off first?
Oh.
Lyme disease, you idiot.
Now you have gonosyphilis herpes.
Not again.
That was literally just around this giant's loincloth, and you're like,
Oh.
Crabs.
And roll initiative.
Yeah.
I feel kind of woozy.
So what do you guys the men here is there what do you do?
Well, we're supposed to light the stone, or shine the light on the stone, right?
Yep, you did it. It's glowing with a olive green hue, and all the vegetation like withered away from it when you washed it in the
Seems
light.
like a good time to touch it.
Yes, I do not touch them in here without washing it in the light. So we should be okay.
Then touch it.
He washes the whole thing
Klaus?
in light.
So Klaus walks up and touches it, and vanishes.
Oh,
Oh, interesting. I'll
Well,
touch
no
it.
time like the present.
And vanishes.
Touch!
all right. I guess we're doing that.
Vanishes. And vanishes. Alright. Ingrahild comes as well, and vanishes. Which is great. And then she comes back. So I can copy her token. And then she goes away again. And great. Alright. And you guys. Well, that didn't work. That's fine, so you take his gaff. You guys appear. Next to another min here.
I'm still. The picture is still the old picture.
Like I said, you guys appear. It was a really cool effect, but I forgot to drag you guys over, so never mind. It's a crappy effect.
Oh man.
Strange, I feel as though.
Look on the walls, guys. Look on the walls.
As you enter, a lone menhir stands in a clearing in a vibrant forest filled with thick, verdant plant life. Exotic flowers drape the standing stone, which pulses with brilliant chartreuse light. Chartreuse light. A path lined with rose petals leads from the menhir to the giant floral bloom carved from wood. Two carved wooden stamens stretch out toward the pulsating menhir, extending from either side of a set of ornate doors carved into the giant flower. So you guys can kind of see that. An overpowering fragrance of flowers and sweet grass permeates the air. The sun above sits at its zenith, basking the area in light and warmth. So let me turn off dynamic lighting. No, I don't want lighting, but global illumination. There you go.
Cool.
So it's all like warm and stuff.
Yeah.
You can see all my crappy lines now. And as that happens, these two little critters, they're like little tiny things, come jumping out of the, I forgot to make them tiny, come jumping out of the woodwork and begin to attack you. So you can go ahead and roll me some initiative. We're in a dungeon after all, that means lots and lots of combat.
Yay! I got one.
Feel some appropriate. Okay.
Hey Jeff, as a reminder, I have trap finding talent. If we're going in a dungeon.
Yes. Does that give you a free check? I do not think it does.
It gives me it's a passive check.
I don't think it's a passive. You get a +1 to find traps, or I think you're at +2 by now to find traps, but it doesn't give you an automatic roll. You have to actively search for them.
Here,
There's a rogue talent that lets you gives you an automatic roll.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you took the rogue talent that gives you an automatic roll?
Yeah. That's what
Okay,
I'm
cool.
talking
Thank you.
about. Yep, you told me to remind you if we go in a dungeon.
Great. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks. That's what they're called. Jeez, oh Pete. Can't remember what they're called. They look funky. I will show you their picture here in a minute. And they are a really high. Do something. So they jump out and they get to totally go first. This is what they look like. Yep, they are super awesome. Oh, that's fun. And yeah, so they it's kind of fun. The one over here disappears and reappears next to Aga and attacks her with its awesome little. What's it attack you with? A spear. Yeah, it attacks you with a spear. And it hits. Yep, it hits you. Dealing a whopping 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Ah!
For some reason, he has a shield on him. He should. The other one vanishes from where it is and reappears right there. And Aga, it actually appears like... Man, I hate some of this. Alright, there we go. Roll 20 is starting to slow down. It appears in your square. And correct, it appears in your square and misses you. Aga, it's your turn.
I will take a 5-foot back from it.
Okay.
And can I retrieve my scimitar and whack?
Yes, you can. These are tiny creatures. Alright, give me a second. I was looking up. That will hit for 13 points of slashing damage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
Sorry, my mic went out. Are these a knowledge thing that I can roll?
I'm checking on that right now. That's why I was actually looking up. I just want a big list of creatures. I know some of them. Oh, there it is. Nature. Knowledge nature. That is the that's what you want.
I do not have that.
All right. Vasily, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move up to here and try to help Crack. Flanking?
All right. You move over there.
I'm gonna try to whack this thing if it's not on top of him.
It's not on top of him. It's just in his space. It's invading his personal space.
Uh, and then flanking or no flanking from this? It's kind of
Yes, it gets you get flanking. So Go ahead.
23 points of damage.
all right. Can't select it, so 23. Great.
Get wrecked, little group.
Yep. And there you go. Thrask, it's your turn.
Don't hit me with that.
Alright.
Great. What are you using to... I mean, you don't tell me what you're using to attack, so... Yep. That does not hit. Klaus.
I'll do a knowledge check first.
Alright.
Nature, I believe, right?
It is nature, that is correct. Knowledge D23. Tell you what, you get to know two things about this creature.
What's its name, first of all?
It is called a twigjack. This tiny, vaguely humanoid-shaped creature seems to be made completely of bundles of sticks, wood, and tiny vines. Tiny, thorny vines.
The first thing is, do I have any reason to believe that the lamp would allow us to pass without being attacked?
You have no reason to believe that.
Okay. Right. So I want to know special abilities and an offensive ability.
Alright, it can bramble jump, and so it can travel short distances between brambles, shrubs, or thickets as if via dimension door. It's part of a move action. The twig must begin and end its movement while in the area of at least light undergrowth. The twigjack can travel in this manner up to 60 feet per day. This movement must be used in 10-foot increments and does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Offensively, or defensive, it does not have any defensive abilities, but what I will give you is that it has a weakness, which is listed under defenses, and it is vulnerable to fire.
Oh, go figure.
Oh, yeah.
One day I don't prep burning hands. Okay. Now, will it catch fire? Is it made of plants?
This tiny, vaguely humanoid-shaped creature seems to be made completely of bundles of sticks, wound together with thorny vines.
Do I have any reason to believe they might be dry enough to be lit by the spark spell?
No, you don't. Spark is to be light, unattended, something like
Okay.
that.
I am going to shine the light towards them from the lamp. 60
Okay.
foot cone.
Great.
And then I am going to acid splash this one over here.
Okay. Roll your attack. Ranged attack roll. Correct. It is your turn. That misses.
Very well.
It's just sharing my square, right? It's not like on me.
Right, it's not on you, it's just sharing your...
Okay. I'm gonna...
You could, like, 5 foot away from it, and...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna 5 foot to get flanking, so the diagonal, and then take a shot at it.
Alright. That, sir, will miss.
A lot of min damage for me today.
Both of them, on their initiative here, both of them explode in a spray of splinters. And out from each of them, it's a 15-foot burst, so they just stay right where they're at, and they burst open, so... Yep. So, Thrask and Kurak, I only need 1 reflex save from you guys. Well, they will both 5 foot before that, because why not? Now they'll both explode.
I don't know.
So I need 2 reflex saves from everybody.
I'm probably good.
Yes, and evasion means you take no damage. Okay. Klaus, you pass both yours, so you'll take half damage.
I got 19 on both.
Oh yeah, you did. Good job. Aga, good job. And I think, oh, there's Thrask. Thrask, you fail 1. Everybody else passed all their reflex saves.
That never happens.
I know. Thrask, you take 16 points of damage. Everybody else takes 11 points of damage. And, except, Vasily, who takes none. Do you have DR? Oh, yeah. So, the first one is 10 points, and the second one's... So, it's... You take 8, and Aga takes 8. In addition to the 11.
I'm okay.
So you should have taken 19 total from that whole ordeal.
Got it.
Great. Yep, feels bad. Aga, speaking of... No.
Is haste still up?
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
Full strength?
Full strength is.
I'm gonna 5 foot and hit it again.
That kills it. It dies. So you slice into it. Vasily.
Oh, they're still alive. If I were to move down, would I get flanking?
Yes, you would. Yep.
Okay, so I'll 5 foot and then attack that.
Yep.
Don't need no combat expertise.
And it dies.
For 19.
Yep.
Wham!
They each had like 5 hit points left. If anybody had like sneezed at hit them, it would have
They
been.
just explode and do a lot of cool stuff.
They just, yep. They do some fun things. And Klaus, to answer your question, it was 16 points of damage, but for Thrask, altogether they rolled 22 points of damage. You took half of that for 11. 10 and 12. Pretty much everybody took 11 points from them. Alright, well, what do you do? You see before you this ornate carved rose and between it two doors.
That was quite the explosion of thorns I'm going to channel.
Nice.
So everybody gets 11.
Yeah, everybody heals 11, so that took care of most.
Almost full. Yeah, what torns? What torns were those?
There is a door. All this is fully lit, the sun at its apex. Yeah.
I guess forward it is, I guess. I'll
As well.
have to check the door for any, I guess, traps or whatnot. After that little encounter, I'll be a little suspicious.
Okay. The door does not appear to be trapped.
What kind of check is that?
It's perception, but I have your perception as a button where I just click it and it rolls it for me.
Oh, okay.
That way you don't know. If you roll a 1 on your finding check, you'll be like, oh, it's not trapped.
Okay.
You know, so I like to roll those type of perceptions. Most of the actual perception checks need to be secret. I'll tell you if I want you to roll one.
Who's going first?
Yeah, you don't think it's trapped. Doesn't look trapped.
I push the door open.
All right, so above the door is a simple some script that none of you understand.
Okay, so the door's locked up.
Shine the light on it.
It doesn't do anything. The carved wooden flower and doors, you notice, are both made from ironwood, as if the spell. The doors, as you try to open them, are unlocked and swing inward with very little effort.
Cool.
You also know to return to the material plane, because you are now in a different plane of existence. You need only touch the menhir down here, and you will travel back. Ingrahild says, "This place is a place of peace, I think. I'll sit here, and if you need me, just call, and I'll come as quick as I can."
Very well.
It's rare to find nature like this. It's beautiful.
I ask Ingrid those questions.
She has none. She doesn't know Cure Light Wound. Yeah, she has 2 spells, Entangle and I can't remember. Cure. Oh, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to stay right here by the entrance. I can assure you of that. I think last time you guys pulled a Cure Moderate Wounds potion off of her. That you should have. Also, I'm fairly certain you forgot to add some items to your loot, group loot. So as you guys are looking through it to prepare, you find some items that you forgot you had. Throw what? The items? Oh yeah, thanks. You find a... You were already wearing the heavy load belt, right? Somebody else is wearing it, but there's a heavy load belt that you guys have. Great.
Correct, yes.
So, you guys also find a scroll of Phantasmal Killer.
Oh my gosh.
These are scrolls that you guys never identified. A Scroll of Tongues.
Oh, nice.
And a Wand of Inflict Moderate Wounds.
Holy cow,
Oh.
nice.
With 7 charges.
No, I think we found the Phantasmal Killer one because I added it to my spell list, but at the time I didn't have enough gold. Or something like... Or no, I added it to my spell list and I didn't have enough gold to do it, or something like that.
Okay, so you don't
I have
have
the
this...
scroll on me.
Well, if you add it to your spell list, then...
Like, I put it in there.
You're not copying into your spellbook.
Yeah, not
Right.
Not right now.
So you are carrying a Scroll of Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, my intention was to copy it, but we never got a chance to.
Okay.
But, you said inflict moderate...
With 7 charges.
7 charges, and a scroll of what?
A Scroll of Tongues.
Oh,
Unless you
nice.
speak any language.
Would it allow me to read any language?
I think it's just hearing or speaking.
I think it allows you to speak any language. You can look up the spell.
I will.
So, there you go. I just know I didn't see those in your group, so I was
Okay.
like...
Can anyone else cast Infernal?
You mean Inflict?
Inflict, yep.
The people that can cast Inflict are Aga, Thrask, and Karak.
Oh,
I don't think I'm allowed to.
It's on your spell list. You might not be allowed to, but it's on
Right.
your
Yeah, it's on my list, but I don't think I'm supposed to.
Yep. So, there you go. You're able to activate the wand. That's the overall point. Great! So I just want to remind you of that. And we will continue. As you open the doors, an extensive... let me show you what you see. Oh, stop it. It's over there. Dynamic. Boop. Blam. Alright. An extensive wooden bridge stretches across a wide, high chamber and overlooks an exotic garden far below. The air is hot and humid, and a powerful stench of overripe vegetation wafts throughout the massive domed chamber. The clearing overhead the ceiling overhead is a complex series of star-patterned glass that magnifies the rays of the sun directly above. At the far end of the bridge, interwoven branches form a doorway. So you can see that down here. That is the wrong layer. You can see that down here. And it is about 60 feet down to the floor, so don't fall off. And what we're going to do for dungeon exploration is I am going to just roll you guys through an initiative order. And that's how we're going to play it. Okay? So, Vasily, what do you do?
So it's gonna walk in. Oh, sorry. And I'll just do a normal 30. What? Normal movement is 30, right?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm not hearing you guys.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Great.
Can you hear me?
He's
Yes.
reconnecting.
Vasily, what are you doing?
Gonna walk up 30 feet
Okay.
into, I believe, that square.
Yep. As you walk up, you see a couple of things. Let me share this with you. You see two. You see two small humanoids that lurk just at the edge of illumination. Its fine features bleeding away at the edges, making it appear blurred and out of focus. As it's there, and you can barely see it because it moves out of the way, and it moves away, and it moves into the light. Not the light, like the light in the room. It vanishes. But its invisible presence is tangible as a feeling of being watched. And so I will show you what these guys look like.
Okay.
No, they are flying up above. And they, you see them move off to the edges, and then they fade from view.
That's like the list.
The story calls back. Say, be careful, we're being watched. And that's that.
Great. Okay. Thrask, it's your turn.
I will.
Alright. You do not sense the presence of chaos. Yes. Yep.
Here, and I will shine the lamp 60-foot cone, or I'll walk in, I'll say it's a free action. Where did the creatures go, Vasily?
Can we speak in out, or do we gotta wait till our turn?
You can speak out of turn. It's a free action.
You can just point, even.
Yeah, you can just point.
Points out and both to the left and the right. Small little fairy creatures.
I'll shine the lamp in the 60-foot cone this way.
Okay. As you do that, this one comes into view.
It's highlighted by a blue aura.
Yeah, correct. It's your turn.
Can I do a knowledge check now that I've seen it?
Yes, you can.
What would that be?
It is knowledge nature.
Just a double move right in.
Great. You can know one thing about these creatures. You know that they are called lurkers. Lurker in the light is what they are called.
Wonderful. Give me a special.
Special abilities. In areas of bright light, lurkers are invisible, as with greater invisibility. They may attack and still remain invisible. In shadowy illumination, the lurker loses its invisibility, though, like all creatures in shadows, they have concealment, unless the viewer has dark vision. If the lurker is flying, its fluttering wings partially negate this effect, ignoring only partial concealment rather than total concealment.
Well, dang. Okay, I tell the group that.
Oh, giving it partial concealment. So right now, even it's like blurry, even as you're looking at it. Correct. It's your turn.
You know, I say beware. And then, do I know if they speak a language?
No, because that is not what you asked.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I use a double move to walk.
Okay. You walk in. As you do that, the Klaus, you get hit with a dagger. Little EB dagger.
Little flyby attack punks.
Yeah, little fly. Not yeah, you get hit with a dagger. In fact, the dagger is like sticking out your side right now. For you get hit for
I lost you. How much?
calculating 16 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save.
Oh my gosh.
Just want to point out these are the strongest tiny creatures.
Yeah,
Are
all
they
of them.
tiny? Or are they?
No, they're not tiny. They're small sized. I will resize them to their appropriate siziness.
Look at that wonderful. Okay.
All right, thank you. You take 1 point of strength drain. And yes, I said drain.
That's not nice.
And this one flies over here, turning invisible. And shoots a let's see, and you hear a dagger kind of hit the ground next to you and skid.
Yeah, take that, you punks.
Totally. Aga, it goes to your turn. What are you doing?
I move into the room. Can I see any of them right now?
You cannot. You see, Klaus is like not feeling very happy about his life.
Gosh, you know.
Klaus, what happened?
What does it look like?
You see a dagger sticking out of his side. It's small sized.
Can I heal check him or something?
I'm bleeding.
No, I mean there's no real heal check. You can, if you want to. It is a
Okay.
standard action.
I guess I don't know what else to do.
All right. So go ahead and roll a heal check.
Can I actually? Do these detect as magic?
They. Are you going to cast detect magic?
I don't know what to do.
Well, you'll have to tell me something in the next 6 seconds, or take a full defensive action.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think I am going to take a defensive. I'm going to ready my bow, so the next time I see one, I can shoot it.
Great. Vasily, it is your turn.
Well, guess we should get out of here. And they're gonna try to double move
Okay.
back.
Yeah, you could just run up to the door.
Oh, I could.
It's 4 times movement with what you're in.
Running gives you tons.
I guess that's my turn.
All right. Great. So you move up there, and Thrask, it's your turn. All right. You do not sense any chaos. Klaus. Well, yeah. Sorry, that's you just looking over there. And that's a standard action. Just moving up. Great. Klaus, it's your turn.
Brother, I believe the lamp. Find the neat stand.
I don't think you are holding down your PTT very well.
It's not PTT, it's just a button on my headphones.
Okay, well, either way, it's not being held down very well. So repeat yourself.
It must be cutting out, actually. I was just talking to Thrask, and I was saying, brother, I think I can find them with this lamp, but I need someone to watch my back as I do so. So I will move action over here. I will face the lamp. I'm gonna face it this direction.
Okay.
And then I'm going to standard action cast mirror image on myself.
Sure.
That's it.
Alright. So I am going to say it'll be a swift action to face the lamp in a particular direction.
Okay. Otherwise, well, okay. I mean, it just seems kind of weird. Otherwise, wherever my front is, it will always be facing. So,
Unless you said something. So, correct. It is your turn.
Do I get my shot?
Yes, you do, Alga. Yep. 18 to hit for 13 points of damage is pretty good. Let's see if it comes to fruition for you. It does, and yes, you. As a matter of fact, so there's 4 of you, Klaus. So you want to put a 3 on your mirror image thing, and you strike this chick thing. This little flitterly. I don't know what it is. You strike Zem, and deal 13 points of damage. Very nice.
Okay, so the lamp actually revealed them then.
Yes, because the lamp reveals invisible creatures.
Alrighty.
Correct, it's your turn.
I'm gonna 5-foot step to get a nice clear shot, and I'll take a shot with my light crossbow.
Okay. Roll your attack. Your crossbow bolt goes slightly wide of the creature.
Thank you.
And Aga, you chose to come in just after Klaus. Alright. And with that, the creatures actually go. And it flies in and slices at Aga. Also, Klaus, I need a fortitude save on your turn.
hey, just the fairy fire. It gets provided by
What?
darkness, blur, displacement, invisibility. So if they have concealment, it would get rid of that partial concealment or blur from their wings, I think.
Oh, because it casts fairy fire on them?
Yeah, it actually casts fairy fire, it says.
Oh, okay, so I get a will save to negate the effect.
Caster level 5, yeah. So
Okay,
I think it's
so
a
let's
16
see.
or something.
Great. So this one is on fire now.
Oh, jeez.
Not like really. It's outlined in a
Fire.
faint blue fire.
Oh,
Yeah, so this one flies right through you guys as it resizes itself. Flies through. And Aga. Okay, you have some crazy defensive jumps. Let's see if you get hit or not. You do not. It tries to slash at you with a dagger, and it fails. Klaus.
Yep.
You feel your strength continue to be sapped as you take 3 points of strength damage.
Not drain this time?
Not drain, damage.
My gosh.
It does provoke, yes. So, if they had ranged weapons out, they could make an attack. You have a melee weapon out, I guess? Okay.
So, do I roll one?
If you have a ranged weapon, you don't. Unless you have snapshot, which you don't. Do you have a melee weapon out? Then yes. It flew close enough to you to do that. And you hit it for 22 points of damage.
Wham!
Blam! Feels bad. Alright, we're kind of screwy here. Nope, we are good. Alright, and then seeing that, Thrask, make me a fortitude saving throw.
Good luck.
Good. Oh.
Alright, Thrask. Put up the token and see if you know what it is. You are blind. Permanently.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Vasily, it's your turn.
Flee, you fools! And he's gonna try to open up the doors in front of him.
Alright. Great, there it is. Let me just double check here. Yeah. The doors open inward. So you push them open.
I get cure blindness once I have level 3 spells, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, so what, level 6, right?
Yeah.
Right. There you go, Vasily. That's a single move action for you, and inside, you see a series of... Well, you're not inside yet, so... You open, that's a single move.
Okay. Can I use another move?
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. Yep.
Move it around the corner here. And...
Great. Inside, you see you're like helping usher. You're looking back and you're trying to usher people in and things like that. And so I will get back to you.
Right.
Next, it goes to Thrask. You can't see anything.
Brother, I have light cast or something. I cannot see.
Oh goodness.
So that's your free action. What do you do with your move and standard and all that? Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check.
I'll
Why
just
not?
move half speed.
I'm right next.
What?
Alright, that's a single move action. Do you want to do a double move action? That's actually more than a single move action for you. That was 15 feet.
Right, yeah.
So go ahead. Yep. And you want to move another 10 feet? There you go. Great. Klaus, it's your turn. You see your brother kind of like arms forward, like kind of reaching out in front of him, very slowly like staggering
Great.
forward, trying to find his way towards Vasily's voice.
Alright, I'll yell to him, brother, I'm going to come near you. Once I do, grab onto my shoulder and I'll guide you. And then, do I have any reason to believe an antitoxin would help me? I mean, would I assume I'm affected by a poison?
You can try and drink it and figure out what that would do.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Look up what that does. That'll be your full turn. Aga.
okay.
Move, action, draw, and then standard to drink. And move.
And then let's assume the lamp is facing towards my brother, since that's the way I looked.
Great, that's fine.
Gives me a +5 bonus on fortitude saves for an hour.
Okie dokie. Against poisons, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I will move up here and ready to take another shot at one I see.
You can see that one.
I will shoot it.
Alright, roll your attack. Yes, I do, Klaus. Your shot goes wide. You are doing awesome. Take 3 points of strength damage. Correct, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to cast this.
Oh, that's the one, yeah, hedging weapons.
Yes.
Where it like floats around you and then you can throw it at someone?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. This one seems to like hover for a hot second and wait. And then suddenly it flies in at Aga. And Aga, I need you to make me a fortitude saving throw.
Nice.
Nice save. And the one like stumbles and misses you. Vasily, back to you. What do you want to do? There. You can see Thras kind of struggle busting his way towards you. Thras, did you apply the blinded condition to your character? Go ahead. It's permanent. Apply it to your character sheet. So, what do you do, Vasily?
I guess I'm going to take a defensive stance. I'm going to kind of like hug this wall here. I guess do something like that, and keep yelling at Thrask like, Thrask, what's wrong? This way, this way.
Okay.
Can't you see me? I'm right here.
Thrask, it's your turn. Okay. 20 feet. That's it. That's all you got. 20 feet. Stop that. It's half speed. Don't want to move at full speed and fall down. Klaus, it's your turn.
I will move. And I will magic missile that stupid one next to Aga.
Alright. Roll it.
If I should have the action economy to swift as well, so.
You just did standard move, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, look at all those 20s. You see that?
Yeah, if only my forward save would be one of those.
Yeah, 13. Well, it's only the one, yeah. Okay, so 13 points of damage as you slam into that one, and it dies awfully.
Thank God. Stupid freaking thing.
And it falls, its withered husk falling to the ground below. Aga, it is your turn. There's one.
Do you need another fort save?
You feel like something is very near watching you. But where, you're not sure. And yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Also, is there knowledge that I can have against the particular effect that's happening to me?
You could roll a heal check.
Nope, not as a standard. Or is it free?
No, it is not as a standard action. Aga, you take...
Oh my God. +5 if it's a poison.
You take 12 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save. And you take 1 point of strength damage, Klaus.
Okay.
You're very much feeling like the load, and it's not going great.
I have a 15 base, or a 14 base strength, so I'm currently at a wonderful 7.
Well, you've taken 6.
I've
1
taken
point
8.
of drain. 1 point of drain. You're actually at a 6 strength. Yeah, you're very much in a heavy load. You got full plate on your back.
Is he, can I move there? Can I do something to stop his bleed?
Is that, he's not bleeding. You don't see him, like, bleeding. Was that that was a double move for you, though, right?
No, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, so you just moved 30 feet. No, that's still...
Which one's
Oh,
20?
yeah, those are both 20. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, is there any... I don't know, is there something I can do to check him?
Yeah, you can do a standard action. To roll me a heal check. Yeah, so you know that he is suffering from a poison. The dagger that he got hit with must have been poisoned.
Klaus, you've been poisoned. You drank the antitoxin?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Hopefully
I did.
it works
My
fast.
body is unable to...
And Kurak, I believe it's your turn.
Alright.
Nope, yeah, correct. Yep.
So the other one isn't revealed. So I am going to move up to I will ready my standard action to throw my hedging weapon if the other thing appears at some point.
Okay. So you move forward. Great. Vasily, it's your turn.
Yes,
hold on.
What?
Right after Kurak. I accidentally deleted the one that was in the initiative order, so right after Kurak, one it goes. I think that's where it was going. And Kurak, does a 22 hit your flat-footed AC? Yes. And so you get hit for 17 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save. But you know for a fact that you got hit from this square, and so if you want, you can use hedging weapons.
Which square?
I'm in the wrong layer. This square right here.
Okay. Yeah, I will throw it if I am sure of that square.
Yeah, you know that that's the square. Alright. And roll damage as you strike it.
That's the fortitude save, buddy.
Ah, I feel so bad. That does not hit it. Sorry. Is it a ranged attack? Is that what you roll with it?
Yeah, it's a thrown weapon range attack.
Alright. So, it's such a cool spell. Yeah. But
it's a falchion, so it's like super silly looking.
Great. Well, anyway, that's a thing that happens and is. Yeah, sorry, I was really excited that you hit it, and then.
I was like, I did with a 14. It's like, nope. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, just do that, and Vasily, it's your turn. Strength doesn't kill you, bro. Only con kills you. That's the only thing that kills you is con damage.
Might pass out though.
You become paralyzed. That's what happens.
You will need a wheelchair.
I guess seeing all this going back and forth, I guess, getting a bit paranoid. Just keeps yelling at them to move this way. Come on!
Gotcha. Thrask, you have a bonus to acrobatics checks because of Vasily's yelling. If you decide to do that. Full plate's it's only a -5 for the full plate because it's Hell Knight full plate, so that's pretty good. Thrask, it is your turn. Right. I don't know if you can run while you're blind. I actually don't know that one. You can look it up.
You get a severe penalty to stuff.
No chance of me going the wrong direction.
Right. You just fall down, that's it. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check and we will find out.
Oh, baby.
I know what DC it is because I recently had a character that made a lot of these.
Yeah.
So he still continues to stumble forward. Come on, man. Not even trying to be blind.
I was going to be outside the door.
Klaus, it's your turn.
That
No,
would
if that-
if I have a heavy load.
You just moved 20 feet. A double move is 40 feet. So, yeah, I guess you would have been at the door. So yeah, that'd be a double move. If you want to move once and then move inside, that's fine. It's because you get an extra. It's a weird extra. It's an extra square. Yep. All right, great. Klaus.
If I'm heavy loaded, how far can I move?
20. Your speed becomes 20 feet.
Nice. Can I still run or double move though?
Nope. You can double move. You can't run.
I am going to say, Aga, take the lamp. I'm gonna drop it at her feet, and then I'm gonna double move.
So the lamp clatters to the floor, and that is way too far.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. There
Which
you
is
go.
fine, because that way I can help direct my brother.
So you, Thrask, you feel someone push by you, almost losing your balance as he does. And I need a fortitude save from Klaus.
Yeah, 20 if it's poison.
All right. Aga, it is your turn.
I pick up the lamp and I point it at the square that Kurik attacked in that general direction.
Great. You point it over there. Okie dokie. Don't see anything. You have a single move action left if you want.
And then I will continue to retreat.
Okay. Kurik, it is your turn.
Alright, I'll cast another hedging weapon and move to here. And again, save.
I'm gonna have you move there and then cast the hedging weapon.
Yeah.
And as you move away, you get hit.
I have a question. If I point it towards that square, is it like a cone shape or something?
It is, yeah. For 13 points of damage.
Uh,
Yeah, it just passes will save. And a fortitude save. Thank you. Tags of opportunity. Correct. You can make me another fortitude save.
What's so it's a DC 17 save for it, I think.
Correct. You are deaf.
oh.
My gosh.
Any spell that has a verbal component has a like 50% spell chance failure, I think.
Okay.
So it's not actually cast outlines them.
It says as
If-
fairy fire, so
If it says as fairy fire, then there is in fact a save.
which means we get all the benefits of fairy fire too, though.
Yeah. Anything that references a spell in the descriptor functions exactly like that spell while the condition is met.
This happens. Maybe it doesn't because you still.
Well, ignored disabled and that's deafened. It's anything like that. It says functions as or like this. It's if it references a spell, it functions exactly like that spell functions. That's how it's supposed to be played. Vasily, they're almost in, but you see Kurak back there struggling a little bit.
Oh, shit. I can't even get there.
The double move you could.
Yeah, but at that point, what? He'd move and be past me? How do I help? How I can't, like, drag somebody, can I? And he'd be... This.
Correct. The last thing you heard was kind of a maniacal laughter from the same area that you tried to attack last time.
I'm going to move up to here and get ready to intercept.
Correct.
Great. I'm going to be waving him out like, come on, come here, come on.
Thrust, do you go in?
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't know where the thing is.
Yeah, I can't see it, and I think he's probably more concerned with getting you guys through. Like, hey, idiots, don't flee.
Okay, cool. So, Klaus, it's your turn.
Alright. I lead my brother and I into here,
Okay.
and then I swift to retrieve a wand of invisibility. And I will standard action to... Gosh, cast it on myself.
As you walk in, oh my! What is happening? Where are all of you young men coming from? An old lady approaches from within the old half-elf approaches from within in the area.
She looks a lot like the halfling that runs the...
Oh, is it the same? Use the same token?
I think it's the halfling that runs the Red Dragon Inn or whatever.
The inn was redhead.
Okay, right.
Okay. Aga, it's your turn.
Do I get a knowledge local on that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
I need to crit probably, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it's a half elf, elderly half elf woman. Aga, it's your turn.
We mug her and take her stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
I will redo the lamp in that direction. Can I reshine it and get her new say?
Yep.
Doing that, and then I will retreat.
Correct. It's your turn.
I will.
Yeah, now that I ran out here. Yeah.
I think I will run, I guess, because I feel bad. And I can't.
Gee, thanks, Jeff.
And the lighting condition is a little bit lower.
Close the door.
Lock him out.
He can be blinded.
I didn't put you out there. You put you out there.
Right.
Let's see.
He said he was holding to intercept and help him in.
I was getting ready to intercept him, and he ran right past me, so...
All right, you
Great.
right here. I am in the right layer, but wrong tool. Right here, you hear. Boop!
Great. Oh, this fucking... Alright. What,
It's your
am I
turn.
blind?
No, it's your turn. No, that was it.
Oh, jeez. I scrambled back in here and shut the door behind me.
And the door shuts behind you. I'm not going to replace it, but the door shuts behind you. Actually, I will replace it. Screw it. Everybody move your tokens actually in to the room. Thanks.
I turned around to... Next time, run!
All right. So, the woman that's in here, and I have my eye on the time, so we're going to wrap up here in just a second. She goes, "Oh my, you all look so weary. You've been under quite duress, it seems. Come in, rest a while. Shit and stay a while."
Like you said something else.
What?
Yeah, I know, I did say that. Sorry.
Take a load off.
Why don't you
Take
drop your kids though?
I got a chair right over here.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Alright, wow.
I'm gonna sins mode of that. No, dang it. She's the best old grandma ever.
Yeah. Oh, please, come in and sit. Hi, and tell me of all of your troubles. Rest. And you see, I will, as you guys enter, I'm going to describe this room, and I will re-describe it on the next day, or when we start again next. A series of detailed wood carvings depicting druidic worship decorates the walls of this room. To the southeast, a short flight of stairs leads to a dais, upon which sits a throne crafted of dead, overgrown brambles and thorns. Doors to the north and northwest offer exits from this chamber.
We're all gonna die.
And you spend the next 8 or 9 hours resting in this room. And because of that, you also level up.
Oh my gosh. So we trust her enough to sleep in here? I'm assuming taking watches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's an old half elf, do you?
We think she's an old half.
Yeah. Basically, I'm telling you, like, you guys,
Level up.
yeah, you guys level and probably spend some time resting in this place.
So my damage heals equal to my con modifier?
No, your hit point damage level. Hold on. Let me.
Damage.
All right. So thanks for playing, guys, and thanks for listening. If you're listening, we'll deal with all that. But tune in next time to see what happens. Who's this strange half elf that's been living in this demi-plane, and will the characters ever go back onto that bridge? Who knows?
That.
Find out next time on Giant Slayer.
Dun dun dun.